These are the only exercises you truly need to stay strong even after the age of 50. Have you ever noticed how time seems to speed up once we pass 50? The body begins to respond differently. Strength doesn't feel the same. Our breath shortens. Muscles lose some firmness and don't react as quickly. Even if the mind stays sharp, the real danger lies in something else entirely: acceptance. We start to believe that this decline is simply the natural course of aging, that nothing can be done, no change is possible. And it is in that quiet, passive resignation that the true enemy hides. Because once we accept the idea that losing strength, mobility, and endurance is normal, we unconsciously stop taking the steps that could actually reverse the process. And yes, it is reversible. That's the most important message here. You can regain strength, restore vitality, and even rebuild confidence by performing just a few simple exercises. You don't need a gym membership, expensive machines, or a complicated program. Everything is adaptable to your current physical condition, even if you've never exercised before. Today I'm going to show you 3 powerful exercises that form the foundation of lifelong strength. I'll explain how to adapt each one to your level, how to progress gradually and safely, and how to fit them into a weekly routine that can change your life. But before we begin, I'd love to know more about you. Please take a moment to comment your name and the city you're watching from. That helps us build a stronger community here on Senior Wellness, where we're all committed to staying active, strong, and independent as we age. Now, let's get into the exercises. We'll start with exercise 3, push-ups. You might be thinking, oh no, push-ups again. Isn't that too difficult? Or perhaps, that's just another common exercise. But trust me, few movements across the long history of physical training match the effectiveness and versatility of the classic push-up. This time-tested movement remains one of the most efficient ways to strengthen the upper body using only your own body weight. The push-up primarily targets the chest, triceps, and shoulders, muscles that are essential for nearly every arm movement we perform in daily life. Whether you're pushing a shopping cart, lifting a heavy pan, or trying to get up off the ground after a fall, these are the muscles doing the work. But that's not all. Push-ups also engage your core, that vital group of muscles that includes the abdomen, lower back, and even the glutes. A strong core is critical for good posture, reduced back pain, and overall balance and stability, which is especially important after 50. The standard form is straightforward. Place your hands and feet on the floor, maintain a straight body like a board, and bend and straighten your elbows. It sounds simple, but inside that simplicity lies a world of subtle adjustments that make all the difference for performance and safety. Let's talk about adaptations, absolutely essential for anyone starting or restarting physical activity after the age of 50. A traditional push-up, done with the body fully extended and supported only on the hands and feet, can be very challenging at first. That's perfectly okay. There's no shame in beginning small. In fact, real wisdom comes from recognizing your current ability and building up gradually from there. For beginners, I recommend starting with wall push-ups. Stand about an arm's length from a wall and place your palms flat against it at shoulder height. Slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall, then push back to the starting position. This simple movement engages the same muscles as the standard push-up but with far less strain. It's the perfect starting point for building initial strength and, perhaps more importantly, learning the correct movement pattern. As this version becomes easier, and it will, faster than you might expect, you can progress to the incline push-up. Instead of the wall, place your hands on a stable surface like a table, countertop, or the back of a sturdy sofa. The mechanics remain the same. Keep the body straight, bend the elbows, and push back. The lower the surface, the more challenging the exercise becomes. Eventually you may be ready for knee-supported push-ups, which are a great transition before advancing to the traditional push-up. With your knees on the ground and your body straight from head to knees, you still target the upper body and core effectively but with less weight to manage. When the traditional push-up becomes part of your regular routine and starts to feel easy, you can challenge yourself with the decline push-up, where your feet are elevated on a step or bench. This variation shifts more body weight onto the upper body, intensifying the work of the chest and shoulders. But regardless of which variation you choose, proper technique is essential. A few universal rules apply to all versions. Keep your body aligned from head to heels or head to knees in modified versions, so you maintain a straight line. Don't let your hips sag or rise. That protects your spine and improves efficiency. Mind your elbows. They should not flare too far out to the sides. Aim for about a 45-degree angle between your upper arms and your torso to protect the shoulders and focus the effort on the chest. Breathe correctly. Inhale as you lower your body, and exhale as you push back up. Proper breathing adds stability and helps generate strength. Control each repetition. Avoid rushing. A slow, controlled movement is always better and safer than quick, sloppy reps. Watch your head. A common mistake is allowing the head to move forward. Instead, keep your gaze just slightly ahead of your hands so your neck stays aligned with your spine. As for repetitions, the answer is, start where you are. Maybe that means just 5 wall push-ups per set. Or perhaps you can manage 10 knee push-ups. The important thing is to find your productive challenge, the point where you feel effort but can still maintain proper form. Rest for about 60 to 90 seconds between sets, or longer if necessary. There's no rush. Listen to your body. With consistency and patience, you'll start to experience the deeply rewarding feeling of progress. Those first 5 difficult reps become easier, then turn into 10, then 12. Before long, you'll be ready to move to the next variation, a challenge that once felt impossible. If the push-up is the king of upper body exercises, let's introduce the equivalent for the lower body. Exercise 2, squats. Among all exercises, the squat is arguably the most direct reflection of our functional independence in daily life. Think about it. How many times a day do you sit down and get back up from a chair, a couch, or the toilet? How often do you bend to pick something up from the floor or lower yourself to reach a low shelf? This fundamental movement, so vital for independence, often becomes compromised as we age unless we take deliberate action to preserve it. When you perform a squat, you engage the largest and strongest muscle groups in the body. The quadriceps at the front of the thighs, the hamstrings at the back, the gluteal muscles in the hips and buttocks, and the deep core muscles that stabilize the torso. This broad activation of muscle fibers stimulates your metabolism significantly. In simple terms, you burn more calories and improve body composition, meaning more lean muscle and less fat. But the benefits of squats go far beyond appearance or calorie burn. Squats help strengthen the knee and hip joints, improving their resilience and stability. They also promote flexibility in the lower body, which tends to decline with age. Perhaps most importantly for people over 50, squats naturally stimulate the production of anabolic hormones, like testosterone and growth hormone, key elements for maintaining and even building muscle mass. That's crucial because sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, is one of the main reasons older adults lose mobility, strength, and independence. Regularly practicing squats helps fight this process by preserving muscle and supporting bone density, another essential component of healthy aging and fall prevention. The squat, at its core, is a simple movement. Bend the knees and hips to lower the body toward the floor, then return to the upright starting position. It sounds easy, and in essence it is, but like push-ups, squats offer variations that can be adapted to your fitness level. If you're resuming physical activity after a long break, begin with the assisted squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair or countertop and hold lightly for balance. Perform the movement slowly and with control. There's no need to rush. This helps you build strength while staying safe. As your confidence and control improve, transition to the bodyweight squat with no support. Eventually you can increase the challenge by holding light weights. Water bottles or books work fine. Simply increasing your repetitions is also an effective and safe way to progress. If you have knee sensitivity or prior joint issues, try a gentle partial squat. You don't have to descend until your thighs are parallel to the ground, only go as far as comfortable. As strength and flexibility improve, you'll naturally deepen your range of motion. Proper form and technique are essential. Start with your feet shoulder-width apart and toes slightly turned outward. As you lower your body, imagine you're sitting back into a chair behind you. This mental cue helps push your hips back and protects the knees, ensuring a safe movement path. Keep your chest lifted, eyes looking forward, and your spine in its natural curve, neither overly arched nor rigid. Make sure your knees track in the same direction as your toes and do not collapse inward. If they do, it's a sign the hip stabilizing muscles need strengthening, something squats will help with over time. Another common mistake is allowing the heels to lift off the floor during the movement. This often indicates ankle tightness and can throw off balance. If this happens, place a folded towel under your heels temporarily and work on ankle mobility with stretching and flexibility exercises. Pay attention to breathing. Inhale deeply as you lower yourself, allowing your abdomen to expand. Exhale with controlled effort as you rise. This diaphragmatic breathing improves oxygen flow to muscles and helps stabilize the core and spine. Unlike push-ups, squats can generally be performed at a slightly higher volume because leg muscles are more resistant to fatigue. For older adults beginning their fitness journey, a good starting point is 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. As endurance builds, increase to 3 to 4 sets. Rest 90 to 180 seconds between sets depending on your cardiovascular fitness and how intense the previous set felt. Always prioritize quality of movement over quantity. Remember, progress is measured not just by numbers but by how you feel in daily life. Don't be surprised if you feel your heart racing and your breathing intensifying after a set of squats. You may even need a longer rest between sets. That's perfectly normal and, in fact, one of the benefits of this exercise. Squats not only strengthen the legs, they also contribute significantly to cardiorespiratory health. With regular practice, you'll notice more than stronger leg muscles. Everyday tasks like climbing stairs, standing up from low seats, or bending to pick something up will start to feel easier. It's as if your body remembers how to move efficiently and confidently again. By combining the squat with the push-up, you're already working a substantial portion of your body's muscular system. But there's still one crucial piece missing: the core. The central region of the body needs focused strengthening, especially as we age. Before we introduce the third and final exercise, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Staying connected to science-driven, trustworthy information is one of the best ways to remain consistent, motivated, and safe as you build a stronger, more resilient body. Now, let's move on to exercise 1, planks. First, let's clear a common misconception. The core isn't just the visible six-pack abs you see in magazines. The core is a complex system of muscles. It includes the transverse abdominis, a deep abdominal muscle, the obliques on the sides of your torso, the muscles in your lower back, your diaphragm, and even parts of the hip musculature. These muscles work together in harmony to stabilize the spine, transfer force between the upper and lower body, and allow you to move safely in any direction. With age, we often lose tone in these deep core muscles. This decline is directly related to common issues such as chronic lower back pain, poor balance, and even urinary incontinence. The plank is a powerful tool to reverse this weakening. It teaches your body to resist movement and stabilize the spine in a neutral, safe position. The ability to hold and support the spine is essential for injury prevention and overall spinal health. But the benefits of the plank extend far beyond a stronger midsection. You'll likely notice improvements in posture, less back discomfort, better balance, and even improved performance in other exercises like squats and push-ups. Everything becomes more stable and more controlled. The basic version of the plank is performed by getting into a position similar to the start of a push-up, but with your forearms on the ground instead of your hands. Your elbows should be directly below your shoulders, your feet about hip-width apart, and your body forming a straight line from head to heels. It might sound simple, but try holding that position for 30 seconds and you'll quickly realize how effective it is. Like the other exercises, the plank has excellent variations for beginners. You can start with your knees on the ground, which significantly reduces the load on your core, or perform a standing version, leaning your forearms against a wall or sturdy table, similar to the wall push-up adaptation. Correct form is critical to gain benefits while avoiding injury. Keep your spine in neutral alignment, not overly arched or rigidly straight. This should resemble the natural posture you would have while standing tall. Engage your core consciously. Don't simply hold the position, activate it. Imagine drawing your belly button slightly toward your spine, but do so without holding your breath. This small effort makes a big difference. Avoid elevating your shoulders toward your ears. That common reaction to tension takes the work away from the core and may cause neck discomfort. Keep your shoulders relaxed, neck aligned, and breathe steadily. Many people make the mistake of letting their hips drop toward the floor, which puts pressure on the lower back. Others raise their hips too high, reducing the effectiveness of the core work. Both errors shift the load away from where it should be and can lead to poor results or discomfort. Unlike push-ups or squats, which are counted in repetitions, the plank is an isometric exercise, meaning it focuses on holding a position, so we measure it in time, not reps. For beginners, start with 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds, resting 45 to 75 seconds between sets. As you build endurance, gradually increase the duration to 30, 45, or even 60 seconds per set. So now we have 3 foundational movements: the push-up, the squat, and the plank. Organizing these into a smart weekly routine is the key to achieving safe, consistent results. After 50, our bodies take a bit longer to recover, so we must respect that rhythm. Here's a balanced weekly routine to get you started. Monday, begin with a 5-minute warm-up, light walking or joint mobility exercises. Do 3 sets of push-ups, choosing the variation that suits your level. Follow with 3 sets of squats. Then perform 2 sets of planks, ending with gentle stretches to relax the body. Tuesday, an active recovery day. A 20 to 30-minute walk at a moderate pace or light flexibility and mobility exercises work perfectly. Recovery days are just as important as workout days. Wednesday, warm up similar to Monday. Start with 3 sets of squats, possibly increasing the repetitions slightly from Monday. Then do 3 sets of planks, aiming to hold a little longer. Finish with 2 sets of push-ups. Since the core is heavily engaged during the planks, slightly reduce push-up volume. Thursday, another active recovery day, like Tuesday. These days support your joints' circulation and long-term consistency. Friday, warm up for 7 to 8 minutes to prepare the body. Then move into a circuit-style session. Perform 1 set each of push-ups, squats, and planks, with minimal rest between them. Repeat the circuit 3 times. This method adds a mild cardiovascular challenge and keeps the workout engaging. Finish the session with stretching and deep breathing. This simple weekly structure targets all major muscle groups, supports mobility, builds cardiovascular strength, and allows for proper recovery. Everything that supports healthy, active aging. If you enjoyed this routine and want to learn more about isometric positions that can strengthen and heal your body at any age, we've prepared a special video just for you. It's on your screen now. Click to discover some of the best isometric exercises for every part of the body. Thank you for staying with us through this entire journey. Keep showing up, keep moving forward, and, as always, may God bless you, my friend.